Guys, welcome back to the next episode of Same Page Same Books. I'm Josh.
And I'm Tyler.
And today we're going to be talking about the unwritten rules of dating. Crazy turnaround because literally last week we were at a wedding. So from wedding to dating. So we're going backwards, but maybe you'll get to wedding if it works out for you. So first, who should text first after a date?
Whoever enjoyed the date more.
Interesting. I like that perspective. I wasn't planning on hearing that or saying that.
I think, if you are interested in someone or interested in anything, you should go for it. So if you enjoyed the first date, I think regardless of the other person's feelings, it's always nice to hear that someone appreciated you and your time. So whoever enjoyed the date more should send a text of gratitude and appreciation and interest in another.
I think it's situational. Like everything is. But I think, stereotypically, if we're going off of heterosexual, where it's like guy and girl, I'm seeing it, don't want to mix it up. But, if we're going stereotypically, I would say, the man should probably send the text after the date, saying, hey, I had a really great time, blah, 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 and, set up the next, date. I mean, that's what I have always done in the past, and even still do. But, I'll set up a next day where it's just oh, had so much fun.
Fair.
Drop you off.
Have you ever had, a date where you weren't really feeling it, but the girl texted you after and was oh, I had such a great time?
I wasn't feeling it, but they were feeling it? Yes. And that's always a little awkward and uncomfortable.
Who sent the first text for those?
Well, in that case, it was her. So that's why I said it's situational. But I would say for the most part,
whoever enjoyed the date more sends the text.
But also, there are so many other things. If I drop off, whoever, or you drop off somebody, I would hope that they text back and say, did you make it home? Or you text, oh, I made it back home, and then you talk from there and plan another date. So right. I think it really depends, but I guess whoever enjoyed it more is low-key kind of better because I like that. Next, how long is too long to wait before replying?
I'm the wrong person to ask this.
Yeah, you take days, weeks.
I think. Well, this is dating, right?
Talking stage before you're official, and even when you are official.
Yeah. To be honest, I think that as time goes on, the requirement of time to reply gets longer.
What do you mean by that?
Or maybe just naturally you talk less because you're spending more time together. But I feel in the early stages of a relationship, you're just constantly talking because there's a lot to figure out about the other person. And then kind of as time goes on, you start making plans to spend more time together, which means you're not texting as much, or you end up living together, which means you're there all the time. And when you're living together, the only things you're texting about are do we need this for the kitchen or that type of thing. So I think as time goes on, you probably text less because you're spending more time together. Early on in the relationship, as long as you're not doing something within an hour.
Interesting. I think backwards, a little bit to you. I think when you're first meeting somebody, you're going to take a little bit more time in between so you don't come across as too available. And then as more times and you get more comfortable, you'll respond right away. But I don't know. I think I just have it wired in my brain now that if my girl texts me and my phone's in my hand, I respond back. If she texts me right now, I'm not going to wait 10 hours or 10 minutes, or I'm going to count in my head, I have to wait. Even when we were just talking, I just respond right away. If my phone's in my hand, I'll just respond. Because I feel I think an important thing is being able to communicate with your partner effectively, especially if last minute things pop up or I need your help with something. If I'm not on my phone, I'm not on my phone. But if I see that notification go off on my phone or my watch and I'm able to respond to it, I'm just going to respond right away. What's the point of delaying? And if they're not interested or whoever you're talking to isn't interested because you respond quick, why would you even want to be with them? Granted, I understand you got to play some games at first, but I I think it's ridiculous.
Mm.
But that's my 2 cents on it. But next, do you think is double texting actually that bad?
No, it's not. I don't think it's that bad. I don't care at all. Like, it doesn't really matter to me. I also think that maybe this is not really what people reference when they reference double texting, but like some people don't type in like full length paragraphs. They like send a message, send another, and like a lot of times you're carrying on more than one point throughout a conversation, especially like when you're first getting to know someone. So like in that case, if you're like responding to multiple things, and like shout out to iMessage for adding the reply.
Facts. Oh, love that.
It used to be such a struggle trying to like figure out which text related to which one, and like sometimes you'd want to respond to like the third paragraph first because it's the first thing on your mind, but then you'd have to like put it in order of the responses. So shout out to the reply option on message. Yeah, ultimately, no, I don't think double texting is really that big a deal.
I think in that case, not that big a deal. Not that bad, not that deep. But I think like, and I don't even think it's that bad when you're dating somebody or talking to somebody. I think it just depends on like how the conversations are going. Like if you're texting somebody and they're dry and they're just like not that interested, and they tell you, oh, like I'm always on my phone, or even if then, God, I'm sorry, like sorry brother or sister, my bad, but like if you're texting somebody and they're dry and they don't respond back, and then you're just like, well, maybe they're busy, I'll remind them and send them another text in 30 minutes or an hour, leave them alone. Like, they're not interested.
See,
especially
I think
if you're
like
just talking.
I think that the double text is the line though. Like you send that text, and then from that point on, if they don't respond, they don't respond. They don't want to talk to you.
Yeah,
like leave
that
it be.
exactly.
But like the second text itself is not a problem.
See, I think that sometimes, but on the other side, I think everyone is on their phone. Even people that aren't the best at responding, like yourself, you are on your phone, like to some degree.
Okay.
So, and I know girls are on their phone. Like I see it from like my little sister, the kids I've worked with, my parents. Like, women are on their phone, men are on their phone, everyone's on their phone. So, if you don't respond to me, not necessarily right away, but within like a certain time frame, and let's even give them some grace, like if during the working hours, let's say you're busy at work, but if you're not responding as quickly, especially like maybe let's say after 5 or 6 and you're texting like how's your day, blah blah blah, and it's not relatively soon, within an hour or less, they're not that interested because they're not texting you, they're texting someone else, or they're just busy doing something else,
or they're just busy.
Which is a fair thing to say, but I think if you're really interested in someone, you will put in a little bit of effort and go out of your way to respond back to them. So I think if you're double texting or triple texting and they're not responding, sorry brother, like cut your losses, move on. We don't chase your place on to the next. That is not your wife. I don't think so.
The second text is just to be sure, you know, just to double check. That's
I
why
mean,
it's called double checking.
No, that's different. Double checking like for your homework or a test to make sure you're correct, didn't do anything wrong. Double texting,
Right.
you are wrong sending that. They'll respond back. Granted, sometimes it is on the person that texted. Like if I texted and I'm just like, haha, that's so cool. How am I supposed to respond back to that? No one can respond back to that unless they're just that interested. Then they'll go out of their way and say like, wow, I thought of this when you said this forever ago. Or what do you think of this? Trying to change the subject. But if the conversation ends, then it's on you. But besides that, they're not feeling you at all. Sorry. Next, but hopefully whoever's listening can figure that out, deal with that. But are we all following rules nobody agreed on?
For dating?
Yeah.
Or just like in life?
Well, that's a whole deeper conversation. Let's just talk about dating. Let's focus on this sector. Because
Are we all following the rules that nobody agreed on?
like the double texting thing, or like who plans the date, or like stuff like that.
Probably not. I mean, I think like the whole, there's a fish in the sea for everyone, right? Like as much as there's somebody for everyone, there's also like a dynamic that you're looking for with someone that probably comes along with their personality. But like there's a way to date, and there's a lot of ways to date. And I've met a lot of different people who date a lot of different ways, and so like, I think ultimately, like, maybe there's some stereotypical rules that, like, as a kid you grew up thinking it's like this, but people are wild, man. They'll find
People
ways
are
to
wild.
do whatever they want to.
I mean, I kind of agree. I don't think any of the rules people actually agreed on, because I think, like you mentioned, like, some people are raised differently, or they learn different things. So I don't think there's like set things for that everyone agrees on, but I do think there are certain things that are like should be common knowledge. Like, I think in terms of treating somebody while you're dating them, like, I don't think it's too much to ask, like getting your girl flowers, or taking your girl out on a date, or like,
What if your girl doesn't like flowers? What if she's allergic?
then whatever she is is interested in that she'll appreciate, like doing those little things. But that's just not like a guy to girl thing, but girl to guy, like something that I'm interested in that I will appreciate, they should give to me.
Right.
I think everybody should get that.
It's like kind of just like the basis of the relationship. I feel like,
I mean,
like
you would hope.
you're treating each other with love and respect, because that's what you have for each other.
See, that's a unwritten rule that everyone should know, but some people don't, because some are selfish or some are clueless, and that's
Fair
on
enough.
them. But hopefully, if they're listening, they'll learn, or they'll be told. And last but not least, do these rules help or ruin genuine connection?
That's too hard to say.
Say your opinion. This is the point of this. We say our opinion. We say our 2 cents. You don't have to agree. They don't have to agree. I don't care. I mean, I kind of do.
I mean, it's way too hard to speak on every single person's relationship, but definitely not in any of my relationships, I don't think.
That these rules didn't help a genuine connection, or
That they, like, ruined. Oh, that question is, do they help or
do these
ruin?
rules
No.
help or ruin a genuine connection?
Neither. I don't feel like I'm, like, bogged down by any, like, rules that are unwritten rules or anything. I feel like I just carry myself in a way where if I'm looking for someone that I like, then be open and honest about that and pursue that person. But there's no, like, oh, I gotta do this or I gotta do that. So neither.
I agree. I genuinely, I don't know. I mean, like, the way I am, if I like somebody, I'll shoot my shot. I hope it goes in. If it doesn't go in, on to the next. And if it works out, I would just, you caught my attention by your looks. Now let's see if your personality, character, and morals will keep me to stay. And this was a match, and we're compatible. And then you hope, and if it doesn't, you're happy for them, hopefully, and you'll be happy after them.
And
So
when you're in a relationship, you work together to figure out what you both like about it and what you don't like.
And see if you can, most important thing in relationships that I'm learning, compromise on certain things. Some things I know I'm crazy about. Like I want my space to be organized. Like, if I see clothes on the floor, oh no, that's gotta be put in the dirty clothes basket. Like, after I wash my hands, like, if the towel is like moved a certain type of way, or it just looks like some homeless dude's been up there, I don't know, we gotta clean that. We gotta make sure this place looks organized. I mean, I want a clean, organized space. And then some people is different. Like, some people, like, they want to eat out all the time, or they want to do this, they want to do that. So as long as you want to figure it all out, I'm sure your dating experience will be just fine. Shoot your shot, be bold, just be yourself. If it doesn't work out, it's not your person.
Oh well.
That's all I got to say about that.
Peace.